Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. In today's episode, we will return to the White District to complete our interior design of the courthouse. That's right, we have finally got to the phase where we will complete the courthouse design, which we've been working so hard on, and I think you'll absolutely love the designs we have planned for today. We're gonna make one gigantic Hermit Justice. That's right, we're gonna make a gigantic Hermit statue, which I think will be absolutely amazing. So let's head right inside, and as you can see in our prior episodes, we built out the lobby. We came up with some amazing inspirational designs as we were building it to make these little steps going down just to create more depth and style to the build. And then coming into the courtroom, we built our beautiful walls, our ceilings, and I have one thing for you guys today before we start, and that is the lamp design. As you could see in our last episode, we used a bone block and an end rod to create a lamp. And I think this is a really cool design, especially using the end rod as a stick or the light source, so that we can use the top part, the shade, and we can mix and match different designs. And I prefer the bone block, but I was also thinking, my friends, about using white stained glass because it almost does have an illumination effect where it's kind of glowing a little bit. I like the carpet on top, and it also gives us the ability to see right through it. So it's a little less claustrophobic, whereas this one kind of blocks the areas of the courthouse. So what do you guys like better? Do you like A, the bone block, or B, the glass? Let me know. Leave me a comment in the video comments here, and I'll go through, kind of see what one you guys like best. You can even throw in a C. If you know of something better, throw it in there, throw it in under C. But let's dive right into it today. And let's get started here. So I've been just doing a little layout, just kind of figuring out where we're going to go today. And so I've kind of devised this design. It's going to get a little complicated, but I think we can do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring some big columns up here. It's going to have a little opening here that will go through to the window because I didn't want to cover up the window. So I think that'll be really nice. This area is, of course, where Judge Scar will be. There'll be a giant judge table here. And then we may be covering up this window. And that's where a gigantic Hermit statue is going to go. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So Hermit Justice will be above, and I think that'll look really cool. And then we'll do the same design over there. And about halfway through this video, we might also go to the Brown District and plot out our next shop. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go from this block right over here, and I'm going to start bringing this up to about 4 blocks. So that would be, let's remove this. So that's 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to bring this out, of course, 4 blocks, and then 5 blocks, 5 blocks, 5 blocks, and then 4 blocks. And I think that'll be pretty cool. Let me do that now. And welcome back. And as you can see, we have this gigantic solid stone pedestal here. And from this, we're going to build some absolutely beautiful designs. So this is just our base, and eventually we'll extract and extrude it to make some beautiful designs. So this wall right here, very plain, very boring. It's time to put some pizzazz to it. And of course, build a Hermit Justice statue. And if you want to follow along with me, that would be amazing to build your own Hermit in your own world. And if you do, send me a screenshot of your progress. So let me show you guys how to make this thing. So let's scaffold up here just a little bit, and we're going to grab out a little bit of cobblestone. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then I'm going to bring myself up just a little bit more, give myself a little scaffolding on either end. And at the beginning of the video, I didn't even ask you guys, how are you guys doing today? I hope I find you doing absolutely wonderful. I'm doing pretty good myself. Having a pretty good day. I got an infusion. It gave me a ton of energy, and I really wanted to channel that energy into something positive and awesome. And I thought, what better way to do that is to make a Hermitcraft video. So as you can see, we got this base built up here. We have our half slab there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sneak on the side with, no, that's not what we want. We want this. We want to put this right there and then sneak onto the other side. Now, as you can see, this window is going to be removed. So disregard anything that goes on back here. I'm just going to fill that in just so it's not distracting. All right, so we have solid block, stair, stair, half slab. Beautiful. We are rolling now, my friends. And we're going to go like this all the way across like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this block right. Oh, hello, you scoundrel. Get back up there. There you go. So that creates like a little bit of a mouth right there. So as you can see, we're kind of moving along here pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to potentially go up one more block right there, and then I'm going to push this forward like that. And then, okay. All right. I see how this could potentially be. I've got the idea, and I've done some testing in a test world, but once you actually jump into the practical world, sometimes those plans go awry, my friends, but we're going to keep from that happening. So I think this will look good. So as you can see, we now have a nose, which is looking absolutely amazing. So now we're going to stick this on top like that. And then I'm thinking about a little bit of gray wool. So let's get the gray wool out. And so my testing was that we would pull this about 3 blocks upwards. So 1, 2, 3. So we do something like that, okay? And then I'm gonna take this block right here and I'm gonna do one more down here and there. I think this will be really cool. It just looks kind of ridiculous at this point. Now I'm gonna take some furnaces, okay? So yeah, we just got wild, my friends. And it's always good to get a little wild once in a while. There we go. And I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna pull this above here like that. Look at that, my friends. You can see his eyes. Oh, I'm so excited. I think this will be really cool. So now we're gonna take these guys. And so just to recap. So we have furnace, and then 3 blocks like that, and then stair, and then the big nose. All right. I didn't offend, I didn't mean to offend him. Now he's sad that I called me a big nose. So 1, 2, 3, lining up like that, sneaking over to the side, 1, 2, 3, beautiful, wonderful, awesome. So now we're gonna work our way up just a little bit higher like so. And then I'm going to grab out, I think I'm gonna go off of this block and I'm going to add an additional eyebrow, okay? And then we're going to give him a little unibrow like that. Beautiful, got a little unibrow. Can't go wrong with a little unibrow, can we? No, we can. There we go. We're having way too much fun building this thing. Okay, my friends, I think we got something pretty cool. If it needs modification, we'll totally make those modifications. But I think for the most part, we may have created the Hermit Justice. So let's take a look at Hermit Justice himself or herself or whoever. And okay, I like the base. I think we're doing pretty good. It needs some ears. So we're gonna work on some ears and some different things like that. Let me make a couple modifications and I'll be right back. And welcome back. And as you can see, the modifications made is a stair under the nose. So 1 stair under the nose and then 2 stone stairs on either side of the furnace on top of the gray wool on either end. So 1 block on top of each section. So 1 block below the stair, 1 block above. And there we go, my friends. We've made some modifications, made that look a little bit better. So next thing I want to do is start working on some columns and getting this pedestal all set up and ready to go. And there is our 2 columns flanking either end of the Hermit. And I think that looks pretty good. So I want to work on this corner over here and it'll give us some time to talk a little bit about if we want to continue with some of the redstone mechanics that we had envisioned for this build. So remember when I was talking about I'd love to have like a trapdoor or something along those lines that threw the Hermit that potentially was in trouble. Let's just take the log fellas for instance. Just say hypothetically, of course, that the log fellas were found guilty for treacherous crimes. You know, say they were standing like right here and they were dropped down into like a pit, you know, a dungeon of some kind with like creepers and all sorts of crazy stuff. That would be pretty cool. I don't think that would be too hard to complete, but what I'd love if there was like a little elevator that would like pop you out right here, but then could potentially go out of the way and then drop you down into the pit. So maybe if you walked here, you stood here, it popped you up to here and then disappeared and dropped all the way down to the pit. Does that make any sense? I don't think it does, but at least that's what was going through my Scar mind. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that crazy idea. Any other like cool little redstone ideas that you guys potentially have for this? Let me know. Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys have in store or have in mind. You guys think it would look really cool. Like I think I can make like cool, you know, builds and stuff like that. But when it comes to redstone, I envision ideas. Like I have like a vague idea like, oh, this might be cool. And then I have no idea how to actually make it. So that's the thing. So as you can see, I'm just going to go across here on the bottom like that. And I think in these little corners here, we can do something really fun color wise. So maybe a little cyan, a little green could potentially be poking out in those sides right there. So yeah, trying to come up with those designs. I haven't asked any of the hermits about helping me yet because everybody's been a bit busy and I just haven't been around too much. So eventually, when I have time, I want to ask them, you know, pick their brains a little bit and see kind of what their thoughts are on that, because I'm sure somebody will help me. There are just the amount of knowledge on this server is absolutely incredible from all facets of Minecraft, which is incredible. That's what I absolutely love about this server is everybody has their just amazing abilities. And it's just so inspiring to jump on and just see what kind of amazing things that somebody has created, you know, via builds or anything artistic or, of course, redstone or just gameplay mechanic wise. Like, I don't know. I just find it so inspiring every day I get on. It's like, how'd you do that? That's amazing. So let's see here. I'm going to go, let's see, I think I'm gonna go off of this block right here, and we're just gonna try to create that kind of design that we did up on the other level. So if we do something like this, so then you can see that extra little bit of pokes out right there, I think looks really nice. I would consider maybe in this center column, let's just throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this out there and you guys can catch it if you like it, okay? And I'm throwing it out there and I need you guys to catch it if you like it. If you don't, just drop it, all right? We're gonna put that right there. I'm gonna throw this like that and potentially do something right here. So I'm gonna remove those blocks right there and then I'm gonna throw this in there. And remember guys, if you don't like it, you can drop it, okay? There we go. Let's scaffold down and kind of see what our handiwork has in store for us. Okay, it's a little high, if you will. I don't want to know if I want to get that high. So why don't we back off just a little bit and just see how high that is. Okay, it's a little high. So if we brought that down a little bit, I think the general concept is good, but it's just a little too tall. Perspective wise, I feel like it's just a little bit off in the room. Whereas if we brought that down, it might feel a little bit more in line, and especially it being directly in the line of the eye. It's kind of hard to explain, but these little adjustments can really make the build feel a little bit more clean, a little more right with the world. I guess it's Minecraft feng shui, if you will. Anyway, my friends, let me make a couple modifications, and I'll see you in just a second. And how does that look, my friends? We're coming in it at a different angle, and I think that looks pretty good. As you can see, I did move the little pedestal design at the top down one block, and then I've kind of cleaned up the interior ever so slightly and removed one of the glass blocks from the outside. So I've shortened the window down a little bit, and I think that looks pretty nice, and I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I may change it up a little bit, but for the most part, I'm fairly happy with that design. So let's work on this under area a little bit. So let's kind of spruce this up a little bit. So I'm actually going to expand it ever so slightly. I'm not going to get too wild with it, but I just want to kind of expand this ever so slightly because it is incredibly boring and it definitely needs some pizzazz. So we're going to bring this all the way across here. And for our live, oh, hello, where'd you come from? For our live streams on this particular project, we're going to be working down below here. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and create a new staircase that will go on the underground area, and that is going to be a prison. There's going to be a little prison down there, maybe the judge's chambers, so the Scar chambers will be down below. Some different little details down there I think would be really fun that we can build on Twitch. So yeah, I think that'll be a really fun series that we can work on once we complete the tree. Some fun builds down there. All right, my friends, we're going to cut these pieces together here like so. Just to create like a little backdrop for here, potentially even throwing those guys on the back. Don't like that. Don't like that. Potentially, I might actually pull another row across here. I might be at andesite, and I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fit these guys back. That connects there. I don't know. Not 100% a fan of that, but what I am going to a fan of is cutting these blocks out like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some stairs in the center here. Boom, bam, like so. Awesome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these guys like that and then cut those out. And potentially, I'm just going to throw this out there also and see where it kind of lands, is potentially adding another one of our little designs there. Maybe even doing this in quartz, but all that stuff can be decided at another time because I think that looks pretty good. This little corner right here is where we're going to need to figure something out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here like this with a little bit of stairs and then potentially connecting those together like that. They see how that kind of butts up with each other right there. I'm not a big fan of that, but what we can do is kind of connect it like that. There we go. That's a little design dilemma solved. Very wonderful. So we can connect those like that. And let's jump back over here real quick and we'll just give this a quick little design here. Let's just bring this across here like that. And once we start working on this column on this side, I know this is going to be a little weird, but we're going to connect those together. Grab this, boom, and a bam. So this leaves us with this piece of interior work right here. That's a tricky one. What if we did something like this? If that was maybe pushed back by one block, it might be cool. It's a little too flush with the other side. So if we go like this, we're gonna get ourselves trapped in here. And it's kind of scary in there. I don't wanna get trapped in there. I don't wanna be in here. I don't wanna be trapped. I'm also gonna give myself a little bit of a backdrop. So once we do get this, we can connect some blocks together. Actually, I'm gonna move that like that. Oh gosh, we're ruining things. We're ruining things. I'm gonna click right there. Awesome. So then maybe we could go like this. And then if I could jump down, this is easier said than done, my friends. And then we can bring it up there like that. Awesome. Awesome. I love adding these extra little detail colors like that. Let's jump back and see how that looks. And I think that helps fit in with the rest of the color scheme of course, the white district here on Hermitcraft. And I like that. It might be a little much, but this is something that we can, put down, walk away, totally not even look at it for a little bit, come back, and it might look hideous to us, or it might look awesome. We'll never know. So I'm just going to leave that there for now and start working on this column on this side. And welcome to the Brown Market District. And I had to get out of the courthouse and get some air. The paint fumes and quartz dust was getting to me. And I thought I'd take a moment here to look around for a potential new location for the fireworks shop. Now, as you can see, the lands are filling in with such amazing shops, but that poses a challenge for us to find a location that is suitable for our designs. Now, I have two designs in mind. One of them would require a plot, and the other one would require the open space of the sky. So that one's free. That would be a gigantic firework in the sky. And the other design is potentially a gigantic, building that is being exploded from within by fireworks. So I've got a couple of fun ideas, but I don't know where to build. Now, as you can see, I would prefer to build near my shop. So there's my giant tree. And then, of course, on the other side is my tool forge. Now, it'd be cool to build in this vicinity. Now, that leads me to here, this gigantic, beautiful plot of land here. But unfortunately, my friends, this is the gray area. So in this little zone right here, this is pure hermit lands. But then it transitions into plotfellow lands. And if you're unfamiliar with the plotfellows are a division of the logfellows. Very devious, right? Now, this entire area just smells of corruption and cardboard. You want to know why? Because it's only a single block wide. Look at this. Look at this. We can open that up and see land below it. They've got this thing barely held together, and they're selling this land for exorbitant rates. And it's just I don't even know, my friends. So that's what I'm trying to decide, is if I want to go with the log fellas and their division of the plot fellas and start building over here. But then I came up with this idea. What if we just started building here and we just claimed it as, we just had, if you have access from pure hermit trails through here, you should be able to build off of there. But if we were to build off of this trail, see if we were on this trail and we were like, all right, I think I'm going to build right here. That would be, in the plotfellow lands. So my question is, did we just find a loophole in the plotfellow's devious plots? Because if we just build right here, we wouldn't be in the plotfellow lands. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we decide if we want to ally with the potfellows and their shenanigans, or should we just start building our fireworks shop? We'll see, my friends. But let's head back to the White District and complete the courthouse. All right, and welcome back to the courthouse. And look at that, my friends. Isn't that looking absolutely amazing? Oh, I just cannot wait for the other hermits to see this, and hopefully they like it. And as you can see in this little section over here, what we're doing is we're just throwing in some color like we did before we took a little break and headed to the brown district. And let me grab out a little bit of green, connect those guys like that. And what I've decided is to add a little bit of quartz in this area just to tie in the court theme throughout. And I think that'll look really, really cool. And let me connect those together like that. Oh, absolutely love it. Now let's scaffold our way up here. And I have one more little area that I thought would really benefit from some extra color. And it's in this little zone right here. So why don't we just carve all of this out of here, get all of this beautiful andesite out of here, because we're going to replace it with something much more beautiful. And that's some quartz and some green and cyan. So let's take a look at what we've done on the other side. So look at that design. It's so intricate and absolutely amazing. I can make these things all day. They're so much fun to create. So let's jump over here and create one together. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building something like that. There we go. The question is, can I actually recreate the same one we did over there? That is the true question, and that will be a little bit difficult. So we're going to do our absolute best and see if we can recreate this. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we definitely can. As you can see, I'm going to have to head back over here and just take a quick look at it. It looks like these blocks were like this. There we go. That's what we needed. I was not 100% sure on an exact orientation those blocks were supposed to go in, and I forgot something else. Okay, it's green. Wait, is it green? Yes, it's green on the bottom. All right, I wasn't 100% sure. So it's green on the bottom. All right, there we go. And we'll connect that last block right there. And that looks really good, but I don't think that's the entire design. What I think it is this center block actually needs to go back one more block, and so does the cyan clay. So we'll do that. Boom and a bam. There we go. And now we're going to take out a half slab and go up there like that. And look at that absolute beautiful design. I love it. Absolutely love it. So next thing we need to do is we need to jump over here and we're going to go boom, metabam, and then we're going to grab out this, connect this on top of here. And where's our bone block? There's our bone block. We're going to put that, is that going to be a little too short once I think about it? No, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Let's put that up there. Come on, there you go. And then we're going to put a little carpet up here. And like I said, I still want to get your guys' opinion on which light you want. But as I've done the whole build in the bone block, I will do it once again. But let me know if you do like the design of the glass for our lamps, because I think it definitely could potentially be a good choice for the design. All right, wonderful. We got that complete. Now it is time, my friends. It is time to complete the chair, the judge chair. That is right. It is time to complete the judge's chair. So I'm thinking a gigantic dark oak chair built up on the back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak over here. I'm going to connect that. Let me get some bigger blocks going. Here we go. Bring these guys up from the back here. Look at that chair. How marvelous is that? Standing here, observing the crowd, and putting down judgment upon somebody. Oh, that's too much fun. I think that is absolutely amazing. It's a little high on the back, so I might want to bring that down just ever so slightly by potentially just doing some half slabs right there. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. So yeah, let's just see if there's any more lighting. So that's going to be our biggest issue, my friends, is getting this place properly lit up so all the details shine. And of course, we don't have any creeper inspectors wandering around and making life a little more harder than it should be. And look at that, my friends. Absolutely amazing. I think we have created something very, very beautiful today. And I hope you enjoyed it and was able to inspire you for your own Minecraft builds. And you can see all sorts of fun little details that we built. And hopefully you can combine some of these things, these little areas that we poked in a little extra color and a little extra detail into your own builds. And yeah, my friends, that is the interior of the courthouse. I am so happy that we have completed it. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar. And I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. If you believe the videos are rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.